The mall's fluorescent lights flickered off one by one as closing time hit, and I watched from the shadows of the food court as the janitor, a woman I'd seen 100 times but never really noticed, slammed the service door shut with a finality that echoed through the empty halls. But instead of walking away, she dropped to her knees right there, her hands trembling as she picked up a crumpled photo from the floor. My photo, the one I'd dropped earlier, showing me locked in an embrace with Rosalind, the love I'd been hiding from the world. In that moment, as her eyes met mine across the dim space, I knew my carefully constructed life was about to unravel, thread by painful thread. Callie Thompson had always prided herself on being invisible. At 26, working the night shift as a mall janitor in suburban Atlanta wasn't exactly the dream she'd harbored back in high school, where she'd been the star softball player with college scouts knocking at her door. But life had a way of derailing plans, especially when your family expected you to be the perfect daughter, straight, married by 25, popping out grandkids like clockwork. The photo she just found? It was a grenade in her hands, proof of a secret that could blow up everything. Why me? She thought, her knees aching against the cold tile. Why did I have to find this tonight of all nights, when I'm already questioning every damn choice I've made? Rosalind Martinez, on the other hand, was the one who dropped that photo. At 25, she was the vibrant marketing assistant at the mall's flagship department store, always dressed to impress, her short hair a bold statement against the conservative backdrop of Georgia's Bible Belt. But beneath the confidence, Rosalind wrestled with demons of her own. Her Catholic family back in Miami had drilled into her that love was between a man and a woman, period. Meeting Callie 6 months ago in the employee break room had been like finding water in a desert, unexpected, life-giving, but dangerous. As she hid behind a pillar, watching Callie kneel there with the photo, Rosalind's heart pounded. Did she see us? Is this the end before we even really began? The thought twisted like a knife. She'd risked so much already, lying to her parents about weekend work trips that were really stolen moments with Callie. The mall was a ghost town now, echoes of shoppers long gone. Callie stood slowly, clutching the photo, her mind racing. She recognized the woman in the picture. It was Rosalind, the one who'd smiled at her that first time, making her stomach flip in ways she hadn't felt since sneaking kisses with her best friend in middle school, a memory she'd buried deep. And the other woman? Herself. No, wait, the embrace was with someone else? No, it was her, Callie, in a candid shot from their secret picnic last week. How had Rosalind captured that without her knowing? Betrayal flickered in Callie's chest, but curiosity won out. She couldn't just leave it. Tucking the photo into her pocket, she scanned the darkness. Hello, she called out, her voice steadier than she felt. Inside, though, what if this is a sign? What if ignoring it means staying stuck in this lonely loop forever? Rosalind froze. Callie's voice cut through the silence like an accusation. She stepped out, forcing a casual smile. Hey, I think you found something of mine. Her words hung heavy, laced with fear. Callie's eyes narrowed, handing over the photo reluctantly. Their fingers brushed, sending a spark that neither could ignore. This is you. And me. Callie whispered, confusion morphing into realization. Rosalind nodded, her throat tight. Yeah, I didn't mean for you to find out like this. The air thickened with unspoken truths. Callie thought of her mother, who still prayed daily for her to find a nice boy, and the church group that judged anyone who strayed from the path. Rosalind pictured her father's disappointed face if he knew she was one of those. But here they were, face to face, the photo a bridge or a barrier, they weren't sure yet. As they stood there, the weight of societal expectations pressed down. Callie had grown up in a household where her father's military discipline meant no room for deviation. Be strong, be normal, he'd say. Coming out. Unthinkable. Yet, Rosalind's presence stirred something real. A pull toward authenticity that scared her senseless. Why fight it? Her inner voice whispered. Because the cost is too high, another part countered. Losing family, friends, maybe even this job. Was one person worth that? Rosalind, meanwhile, battled her own guilt. Her abuela's rosary beads, the family gatherings filled with talk of weddings and babies, betraying that felt like betraying her heritage. But Callie's green eyes held a vulnerability that mirrored her own. We need to talk, Rosalind said finally, leading them to a bench in the deserted atrium. The conversation spilled out in hushed tones. Callie admitted the stolen glances she'd given Rosalind over months. I thought it was just admiration, you know? But that picnic. It felt right. Rosalind confessed to taking the photo as a keepsake, a reminder that their connection wasn't imaginary. Yet doubt crept in. What if we're wrong? What if this ruins everything? The words echoed Callie's fears. They parted that night with a tentative promise to meet again, but sleep evaded both. Callie tossed in her small apartment, replaying her mother's voice. God has a plan for you, honey. Was this the plan or a test? Rosalind stared at her ceiling, thinking of the ex-boyfriend she'd left because nothing felt as electric as Callie's touch. The next day at work, avoidance turned to awkward hellos, building tension like a storm cloud. Weeks passed in this limbo. Callie found herself volunteering for shifts that overlapped with Rosalind's, small acts of pursuit masked as coincidence. But inside, turmoil raged. What if her brother found out? He'd disown her, call her a sinner. Rosalind faced similar battles, dodging calls from home where her mother hinted at setting her up with a nice young man from church. The pressure mounted, leading to their first real argument in the break room. We can't keep pretending, Rosalind hissed. Either we try or we stop. Callie snapped back. Easy for you to say. Your family's miles away. Mine's right here watching. The words stung, revealing cracks in their budding bond. Yet that night a text from Rosalind, I choose you, shifted something in Callie. Maybe the risk was worth it. As their relationship deepened in secret, the mall became their sanctuary and prison. Stolen kisses in storage rooms, whispered promises amid mopping floors. But society lurked outside. A coworker's offhand joke about those lesbians made Callie flinch, reminding her of the world's judgment. Rosalind overheard customers gossiping about a local gay couple shunned by their community, fueling her paranoia. Internally, Callie questioned her faith. Was loving Rosalind a sin, or was denying it the real betrayal? Rosalind grappled with cultural identity. Could she be Latina and queer without losing her roots? These thoughts consumed them, turning joy into a battlefield. One evening, as Callie locked up, Rosalind waited. Let's go public, she urged. Callie's heart sank. I can't. Not yet. The rejection hit Rosalind hard, sparking doubt. Was Callie ashamed? The seed of betrayal planted. Their talks grew heated. Callie defended her caution. It's not you, it's them. But Rosalind felt the sting of being hidden. Am I your dirty secret? The question hung, unanswered, as they parted in anger. That night, Callie cried alone, weighing love against family. The price of choice loomed larger than ever. The argument lingered like a bruise, coloring every interaction between Callie and Rosalind. Days turned into a tense standoff, with Callie burying herself in work to avoid the break room where Rosalind's laughter used to draw her in. Inside, Callie tormented herself. Why can't I just say yes? What's wrong with me that I need their approval so badly? Her father's voice echoed in her mind, stern lectures about duty and normalcy that had shaped her into this cautious shell. Rosalind, meanwhile, threw herself into overtime shifts, her thoughts a whirlwind of hurt. If she loves me, why hide? Am I not worth the fight? Her mother's phone calls, full of innocent questions about dating, amplified the guilt, making her feel like a fraud. Reconciliation came unexpectedly during a mall-wide power outage. Trapped in the elevator together, the darkness forced honesty. I'm scared, Callie admitted, her voice breaking. Losing my family would kill me. Rosalind reached for her hand. I get it. But hiding is killing us. In that confined space, they mapped out a compromise. Small steps, like telling a trusted friend first. Emerging from the elevator, hope flickered anew. But reality bit back soon after. Callie's best friend from church, overhearing a vague conversation, probed too deeply. You seeing someone? The lie slipped out easily, but it tasted like ash. Why does truth feel like betrayal? Callie wondered, her inner conflict deepening. Rosalind faced her own trial when her cousin visited from Miami. Over dinner, the talk turned to family expectations. When are you settling down, Rosie? The question ignited a panic. She deflected, but later, alone, she stared at photos of Callie on her phone. Is this worth alienating everyone? The mouth-wandowed not at her. Honoring her parents versus honoring her heart. Back at work, she confronted Callie. We need to decide. Callie nodded, but hesitation lingered. Their dates, hidden in out-of-town cafes, were bittersweet, laced with the fear of being seen. One night, a near miss with Callie's neighbor spotting them holding hands sent Callie into a spiral. This can't go on, she whispered later. The turning point came at a family barbecue. Callie's mother cornered her. Honey, Pastor John has a nephew who'd be perfect for you. The words ignited rage and despair. Driving home, Callie pulled over, tears streaming. I can't live this lie anymore. But the thought of her mother's heartbroken face stopped her cold. Rosalind, sensing the shift, pushed for more. Tell one person. Start small. Callie chose her sister, the liberal one in college. The confession poured out over coffee. I'm in love with a woman. Her sister's hug was a lifeline, but the words "don't tell mom yet" revealed ongoing fear. Word spread subtly though, and soon whispers reached Callie's ears at work. Society's pressure amplified. A local news story about a lesbian couple denied service at a bakery hit close to home, stirring Rosalind's activism. We can't just hide, she argued. Callie countered. It's not safe. The debate exposed their differences. Rosalind's fiery spirit versus Callie's caution. Internally, Rosalind questioned if Callie was committed. Am I fighting alone? Callie wondered if she was selfish for holding back. A betrayal loomed when Rosalind, frustrated, confided in a coworker, not naming names but close enough. The rumor mill churned and Callie heard echoes. Rosalind seeing someone. A girl? Confrontation erupted in the parking lot. You told. Callie accused. Rosalind defended. I needed to vent. Trust cracked, leaving both wounded. Healing was slow. Apologies exchanged but scars remained. They recommitted, but the incident highlighted the cost of secrecy. Callie's inner monologue turned darker. Every lie chips away at my soul. Rosalind's resolve hardened. I won't be ashamed. A weekend getaway offered respite, but even there, judgmental stares from strangers reminded them of the world outside. Returning, Callie faced her brother's unexpected visit. His probing questions about her moodiness forced evasion, deepening her isolation. Rosalind's family Skype call brought similar strain. Bring a boyfriend home soon. The lie burned. As tensions built, a major conflict arose. Callie's promotion required more visibility, including social events. Bring a date, her boss suggested. Panic set in. Rosalind offered. Let me come as a friend. But Callie balked, fearing exposure. It's too risky. Hurt, Rosalind withdrew. Alone that night, she considered ending it. Is love supposed to hurt this much? Callie, sensing the rift, showed up at Rosalind's door with flowers. I'm trying, she pleaded. They reconciled in tears, but the pattern persisted: push, pull, pain. The mall incident's ripple effects continued. That janitor photo? It became a symbol, tucked away but ever present. Callie found herself defending their relationship in her mind against imagined accusations. Rosalind journaled her thoughts, pouring out the mouthwash. Cultural pride versus personal truth. A friend's coming out story inspired Rosalind, but terrified Callie. What if it goes wrong? The question defined their dynamic. Society's lens magnified every doubt. Billboards preaching traditional marriage, radio shows debating gay rights. It all fed the beast of internal conflict. One evening, after a heated discussion, Rosalind issued an ultimatum. Come out with me or we're done. Callie stormed out, heart shattering. Driving aimlessly, she weighed the scales. Love versus security. The choice loomed, a precipice. Rosalind waited at home, regretting her words but standing firm. This is the price of authenticity, she thought. The night stretched, filled with what-ifs. By dawn, Callie returned, decision made, but at what cost? Callie's return that dawn was a mixture of defeat and determination. Okay, she said, voice hoarse from crying. We'll do it together. Rosalind pulled her close, relief washing over, but doubt lingered in both. Was this the right path? The planning began in earnest. Who to tell first? How to handle backlash? Callie chose her mother, the linchpin of family approval. Rosalind opted for her parents via video call, dreading the cultural fallout. Internally, Callie rehearsed. Mom, I love you, but this is me. Rosalind steeled herself. Familia, this is my truth. The revelations unfolded like dominoes. Callie's dinner with her mother started warmly, but the confession turned it icy. A woman? Callie, that's not God's plan. Tears flowed, accusations of influence, pleas to pray it away. Callie left shattered, her mother's words echoing. You're breaking my heart. The pain was visceral, a betrayal from the one who should love unconditionally. Rosalind's call was worse. Her father's silence, her mother's sobs. How could you do this to us? The screen went black, leaving Rosalind hollow. Have I lost them forever? The price of honesty hit hard. Backlash rippled outward. Callie's father learned secondhand, his military stoicism cracking into rage. You're no daughter of mine. Disowned in a phone call, Callie crumpled. Friends divided. Some supportive, others distant. At work, whispers grew. Did you hear about Callie? The mall, once neutral, felt hostile. Rosalind faced similar ostracism. Cousins unfriended her online. Family chats excluded her. Traitor. One message read. The societal mirror reflected ugliness. Online trolls, church sermons condemning the lifestyle. Internal turmoil peaked. Callie questioned. Was coming out a mistake? Rosalind wondered. Is love worth this isolation? Yet, amid the storm, their bond strengthened. Shared pain forged resilience. We're in this together, Rosalind affirmed during late-night talks. But cracks appeared. Callie's resentment bubbled. You pushed me into this. Rosalind snapped. You needed the push. Arguments escalated, revealing deeper wounds. A major betrayal surfaced when Callie, in a moment of weakness, confided in an old flame, a man seeking validation. He twisted it, spreading rumors that Callie was confused. Rosalind learned through gossip, feeling stabbed. You went to him? The confrontation was raw, trust fracturing again. Forgiveness came hard. Days of silence, then tentative outreach. I was scared, Callie admitted. Rosalind nodded. We both are. They rebuilt, but the incident highlighted vulnerabilities. Society's pressure intensified with a local anti-gay rally, protesters chanting outside the mall. Callie avoided it, but Rosalind attended counter-protests, her activism clashing with Callie's caution. You're risking us, Callie argued. I'm fighting for us, Rosalind countered. The divide grew, internal monologues clashing. Callie feared escalation. Rosalind craved change. Family reconciliations teased hope. Callie's sister mediated, urging patience. A tentative lunch with her mother brought awkward hugs, but underlying judgment lingered. I love you, but I don't approve. The half-acceptance stung. Rosalind's abuela reached out secretly. Menina, God loves you. A glimmer, but her parents remained distant. The emotional toll mounted. Sleepless nights, anxiety attacks. Callie thought. Every step forward costs a piece of me. Rosalind pondered. Is this the life I want? Constant battle? A pivotal choice arose when Rosalind was offered a job in New York. Progressive, accepting. Come with me, she begged. Callie hesitated. Leave family job roots? The decision tore at her. I can't abandon them. Rosalind's ultimatum returned. Then maybe we can't. Heartbreak loomed. Callie weighed. Love versus loyalty. In a tearful night, she chose Rosalind, packing bags amid doubt. But en route to the airport, a call from her mother. Please don't go, halted them. Torn, Callie turned back. Rosalind's face fell. You're choosing them. The fallout was devastating. Rosalind left alone, betrayal burning. You promised. Callie stayed, regret immediate. Alone in Atlanta, she faced the void. Family welcomed her back conditionally. See a therapist. Society's grip tightened, but her heart rebelled. Was staying the right choice? Rosalind in New York threw herself into work, but loneliness gnawed. Friends urged moving on, but memories haunted. A month later, a letter from Callie. I was wrong. Hope sparked, but trust was shattered. Reunion attempts faltered. Phone calls laced with accusations. You left me. You didn't fight. The cycle of pain persisted. Callie's therapy unearthed truths. Internalized homophobia, fear of loss. Rosalind's new circle challenged her. Was it real? Doubt crept in. Society's narrative, see it doesn't last, fueled self-sabotage. A chance encounter at a conference brought them face to face. Tension crackled. I miss you, Callie whispered. Rosalind hesitated. Me too. But past hurts blocked the path. As they navigated forgiveness, external forces intervened. Callie's family softened slightly after a health scare, her mother's vulnerability opening doors. I want you happy. Rosalind's parents sent a cautious email. We miss you. Small wins, but the journey was arduous. Their relationship, if rebuilt, would demand sacrifices. Callie thought. Love requires letting go. Rosalind realized. True partnership means shared burdens. The conference reunion lingered in their minds like an unfinished sentence. Callie returned to Atlanta with a renewed sense of purpose, diving into therapy sessions that peeled back layers of self-doubt. Why did I let fear win? She asked herself repeatedly, tracing back to childhood moments where conformity was rewarded and difference punished. Rosalind, back in New York, joined a support group for queer Latinas, finding solace in shared stories. But the void Callie left ached. Was breaking up the ultimate betrayal, or a necessary awakening? Months passed in tentative communication. Texts evolving from polite check-ins to deeper confessions. I see now how much pressure I put on you, Rosalind wrote. Callie replied. And I see how I hid behind excuses. Vulnerability bridged the gap, but geography and history loomed. Callie faced workplace discrimination. A demotion disguised as restructuring, after rumors persisted. It's because of who I am, she confided to her sister. The injustice ignited a fire. Maybe Rosalind was right about fighting back. Society's undercurrents surged. A Supreme Court ruling on LGBTQ rights sparked debates in Callie's family dinners. Her brother, once dismissive, asked questions. Progress? Or lip service? Rosalind marched in pride parades, her photos online drawing mixed reactions from home. An uncle's supportive comment surprised her. Be you. But the wins were tempered by losses, friends who faded, opportunities tainted by bias. Internally, Rosalind questioned her choices. Did leaving make me stronger, or just lonelier? A bold decision emerged. Callie applied for jobs in New York. I'm coming, she told Rosalind over video. Skepticism met hope. Are you sure this time? The move was a leap, packing up her life amid family pleas. Her mother's tearful goodbye. I don't understand, but I love you. The words were a balm, but the pain of leaving lingered. Arriving in the city, Callie felt exposed, the bustle amplifying her anxieties. Rosalind met her at the airport, embraced tentative. We start slow, they agreed. Rebuilding was a minefield. Old arguments resurfaced. You abandoned me. You forced my hand. Therapy together helped, unpacking the betrayals. Callie admitted her fear of commitment stemmed from watching her parents' strained marriage. Rosalind revealed cultural guilt, the weight of being the good daughter. Understanding fostered empathy, but tests came. A dinner with Rosalind's relocated cousin turned awkward when questions about their relationship arose. Callie's defensiveness clashed with Rosalind's openness, sparking a fight. Why can't you own us? Rosalind demanded. Callie shot back. I'm trying. The mending process highlighted sacrifices. Callie cut ties with toxic friends, embracing a smaller but authentic circle. Rosalind distanced from family members who couldn't accept her, the loss a constant ache. Society's gaze followed. Stares in public, online harassment after a shared photo. But solidarity grew. They volunteered at LGBTQ centers, turning pain into purpose. Callie thought, this is the price of freedom. Rosalind realized, love isn't easy, it's earned. A major crisis tested their resolve. Rosalind's promotion required travel, leaving Callie alone in a new city. Insecurity flared. What if you meet someone? The question revealed lingering distrust. Rosalind reassured, but distance bred doubt. During one trip, a colleague flirted, and Rosalind's brief consideration, born of loneliness, haunted her. Confessing upon return. Nothing happened, but I thought about it. Callie's world tilted. Betrayal again? How could you? The argument raged, echoing past wounds. Forgiveness demanded soul-searching. Callie retreated, questioning if they were doomed. Why keep hurting each other? Rosalind pursued. We're human, we mess up. A weekend retreat forced confrontation. Hours of talking, crying, laughing. They emerged stronger, boundaries redrawn. But the incident underscored the ongoing battle against internal demons and external pressures. As they settled into cohabitation, family integrations loomed. Callie's parents visited, tension palpable. Her father's awkward questions, her mother's forced smiles. A breakthrough. Over dinner, he said. As long as you're happy. Rosalind's family followed suit via video, her mother's hesitant. Bring her home someday. The approvals were fragile, but meaningful. Society evolved too. Local laws protecting rights, cultural shifts in media. Yet, backlash persisted. A vandalized car with slurs, reminding them vigilance was key. Their story became one of quiet triumphs. Callie found a job in community outreach, channeling experiences into advocacy. Rosalind's career flourished, her identity an asset. But reflections persisted. The costs, lost relationships, emotional scars. Was it worth it? Highs of shared mornings contrasted with lows of arguments. A pivotal moment. Proposing a commitment ceremony. Will you? Rosalind asked. Callie's yes was resolute, but doubts whispered. Planning amplified conflicts. Family attendance? Public or private? Callie pushed for low-key, Rosalind for bold. Compromise tested patience. Internally, Callie feared rejection anew. Rosalind worried about authenticity. The day approached, nerves frayed. The commitment ceremony unfolded in a sunlit New York park, a small gathering of allies who'd weathered the storms with them. Callie's hands shook as she slipped the ring on Rosalind's finger. Her vows a testament to battles fought. I choose you every day, despite the world. Rosalind's eyes glistened. You've shown me love is worth the fight. Families attended virtually, a mix of support and silence. But the moment was theirs, a victory over doubt. Yet as applause faded, Callie wondered, is this the end of struggle, or just a pause? Post-ceremony life brought normalcy laced with challenges. Callie's promotion came with microaggressions from colleagues, testing her resolve. Ignore it, friends advised, but she spoke up, echoing Rosalind's influence. Rosalind faced a family reunion in Miami, Callie by her side. Tensions simmered. Whispers avoided eyes. Her father's gruff nod was progress, but her mother's questions stung. Are you sure? Rosalind held firm. Yes. The visit highlighted ongoing mouthwash, cultural clash versus personal truth. Internal awakenings deepened. Callie journaled. Loving Rosalind taught me self-love, but at what cost to others? Rosalind reflected. Betrayals we inflicted were survival, but healing requires accountability. Society's evolution helped. Pride events, inclusive policies. But setbacks, a friend's disownment story, reminded them of fragility. They advocated together, speaking at panels, turning pain into power. Yet personal tolls lingered. Anxiety flares, trust issues. A final trial emerged when Callie's ex-friend leaked old messages, twisting them into scandal. Online backlash hit. Fakers. The betrayal cut deep, forcing retreat. Rosalind rallied. We fight back. Lawsuits considered, but they chose grace, issuing a statement. Our love is real. Support poured in, but scars added. Callie thought. Every attack strengthens us, or breaks us. Rosalind pondered. Is resilience infinite? Years blended, their bond a tapestry of joy and sorrow. Children discussed adoption. The idea sparked debates. Family reactions, societal views. Callie hesitated. Are we ready for more judgment? Rosalind pushed. We deserve this. The choice loomed, a new chapter of decisions. In quiet moments, they revisited the mall incident. That photo, now framed, symbolized beginnings. Who knew a janitor's kindness would lead here? Callie mused. Rosalind smiled. Kindness? Or fate? Laughter eased the weight of memories. As life progressed, awakenings continued. Callie's full family reconciliation came slowly, holidays shared tentatively. Rosalind's heritage integrated, queer twists on traditions. Society shifted, but pockets of hate remained. Their story inspired others, a beacon amid darkness. Yet, questions persisted. Did we make the right choices? The damages, emotional, relational, were irreversible. But the gains, authenticity, love, shone brighter. Was sacrificing family ties for personal truth ultimately selfish, or profoundly courageous?